Tates Solicitors is a niche practice based in Leeds that focuses on criminal law and in particular business and regulatory crime. This specialisation, although presenting the firm with unique challenges, has been a key factor in its success.
The origins of the business at Tates is predominantly specialising in criminal law and providing good client service as we do that. And historically, we've developed a good, solid criminal practice. But over recent years, we've moved away from more traditional crime into business and regulatory crime. And now we specialise particularly in business and regulatory work, which we've seen a great development of.
Business and regulatory crime cases are usually complex by nature, and as such need specialised solicitors to deal with them. This fact was recognised by government legislation that introduced the Serious Fraud Panel that Tates Solicitors became an early member of.
Tates became a member of the Serious Fraud Panel, which is a panel regulated by the Legal Services Commission as a result of the experience we had built up in dealing with very high cost cases and cases very often involving serious fraud. And the Legal Services Commission set up the panel so that only a few firms who had experience of dealing with those types of cases were authorised to conduct the defences.
When taking on cases of business and regulatory crime, Tates Solicitors builds up a team of local experts and third parties with whom the practice has long-standing and close relationships.
Invariably, in the sorts of cases that we deal with, outside experts and third parties are invaluable and necessary. We have relationships with people such as forensic accountants, insolvency practitioners, computer experts, and we have good working relationships with local barristers who specialise in serious fraud, the Queen's Counsel and Senior Junior Counsel, and those relationships have been developed over many years and a number of cases.
An example of this teamwork is the relationship between Tates Solicitors and St Paul's Chambers, who often become involved early on in a case.
We formed a very close relationship probably over the last 15 years, more so over the last 10 years in terms of specialist fraud work. They have come to us because they recognised that we were specialists at St Paul's Chambers in business and regulatory crime, and we enjoy working with them because of their specialist interest in that area too.
Do you have to send those off?
Although Tates Solicitors builds up teams to deal with its cases, it always remains true to its ethos, which is to appoint just one solicitor to a case who will stay with the client throughout the length of the trial, offering the client a better service.
The ethos of Tates is to provide clients who, when they come to us, are often feel vulnerable and perhaps intimidated by the process, to offer them proper legal advice but also support. One of our main objectives is that one lawyer deals with one case. So in some firms you might find that there is a team of lawyers, and every time the client comes in they may see somebody different. We very much try to avoid that at Tates and try and build up a personal relationship with our clients who, as I say, are going through very difficult times if they have to instruct us.
This ethos of personalised client service is crucial to Tates' success. As a practice, they do not advertise and rely for new business purely on the basis of recommendation.
Traditionally, Tates hasn't advertised, and we do rely on our reputation and the client care that we provide. That means that we often see a return in business. Essentially, the strong client relationship means that the clients go away happy and tell other business associates and colleagues of our work. And we believe that's a great strength to this particular business because the client ordinarily will see one solicitor and concentrate on the relationship with that one solicitor.
Ever since William Tate founded the practice in 1986, Tates Solicitors has continued to focus on the specialised field of criminal law rather than allow the firm to diversify as it has grown. This focus has proved invaluable given the recent recession.
The recession, as far as Tates is concerned, has driven the business in many ways, and we've certainly seen an explosion in business and regulatory crime. I think the pressure on business generally has caused people, unfortunately, to perhaps go down paths they otherwise might not, but also the increased regulation of the government's made it harder for them, and we've therefore seen a dramatic increase in recent years, in particular the last 4 or 5 years of that work.
Although the firm's focus on its core ideals and ethos has placed its business in an excellent position coming out of the recession, they still face particular challenges going into the future.
The challenges of Tates in the future, as I see it, are perhaps twofold. Firstly, most importantly, to maintain our reputation, which we of course have to do through hard work. We rely very much on word of mouth, and so reputation is very important to us. Secondly, the challenge is in relation to the publicly funded work that we do, because we are at the whim of government, and when there is a change of government, very often there is a change of policy as to how criminal defence work should be funded, and we have to make sure that we are flexible enough to allow us to continue no matter what the climate.
Despite these challenges to its practice, Tates Solicitors has resisted the temptation to diversify. By remaining true to its ideals, specialised in its field, and retaining the personal touch, Tates have proven themselves a firm with focus, and that with such focus, criminal law pays.